Hello dear friends, Anna here. Today's video is all about signs that she constantly thinks of you. Now I'm not going to give you any kind of telepathic woo-woo signs. I'm going to give you things that she actually does when you see her, which makes you think, she has been thinking about me more than I would expect her to be. So if you are interested, stay tuned. She has a constant smile when she talks to you. If you guys are in an office situation together or you work wherever it is and you happen to have a chat, you will notice she is constantly smiling from ear to ear. And let's face it, it's a little bit different than just seeing a passerby at the printer section or the water cooler. And that's because she genuinely is happy to see you. And let's face it, she has been doing some thinking about you behind closed doors. Her friends know about you. Let's have an example. Say you guys work together and she has some co-workers that she's very close with. If it just so happens that these girls happen to start talking to you and asking you questions, which makes you think, I've never spoke to these girls before, but they know my name and they know a little bit of personal information about me. Well, that's because this girl has been talking about you to her friends because she obviously thinks about you a lot because she fancies you. So that's a very good sign. You've noticed that your friends are talking about her. You have found out that she's been asking about you. She's sneaking in some specific info to find out where you go on your days off, if you are in a relationship, all those types of things. Now, if your friends have picked up on the fact that this girl has been asking about you and they know that she's interested, well, there you go. What else can I give you? She's always looking directly into your eyes. When we fancy someone, we can't help but try to take all of them in. Let's say, for example, you are talking to a cashier at a checkout. You're probably not going to be fixated on their eyes to build the attraction. You're going to be looking at them a little bit, looking at the machine, looking at your shopping, looking at the bag. But when you are with someone you really like, you want to maintain that close proximity. And let's keep it real here. It's because she fancies you and she thinks about you a lot more than the average cashier thinks about customers. She keeps you in close proximity. Whether you guys hang out together in a group of friends, in a work situation, or at school, you always find that she is very, very close to you. She happens to always be at the water cooler, or happens to be at the printer, or at the bus stop. She always seems to just appear, and it makes you think, wow, what a coincidence. Let me tell you, my friend, it is not a coincidence. She is planning to see you as much as possible. So that means she's always thinking about you. So if you do think she's always there, yes, it could be quite stalkerish, but it's because she wants you to notice her. So keep that in mind. They have a huge emotional change. If you happen to see her at, say, work or school and you notice she's just busy writing or doing her own thing, staring into space, and then all of a sudden you approach her, her whole body language will change. She will feel happy, bouncy, she will try to come off as the best version of herself to impress you. Now, yes, some people can be like, oh, wait, he's caught me kind of staring into space, I best look good, you know, when a boss walks past you. But you will notice there's a subtle difference between looking assertive in front of a boss and actually looking very sexually casual to try and entice the other person. Copycat body language. As soon as I tell you this one, you're going to notice it forever. Now, if we are interested in people, we'd like to mimic their behavior, which means they obviously think about you a lot. So an example would be if you guys sit a couple of desks away from each other, or maybe you get the same bus or tube home. So notice, are you crossing your legs to the left and so is she? Maybe you are reading a book and she starts reading a book. Or a really good one is if she's really in tune with you, if you say brush your hair or scratch your nose and she does the same, it's because she really is tapped into the attraction of you. She approaches you often. This sounds very similar to the previous tip, but I mean this in the sense of you just happen to feel this girl just appears out of nowhere. All of a sudden, maybe she's playing hard to get and doesn't talk to you, but she always seems to be around the desk. She's printing a lot more paperwork than usual. Or maybe, like we said before, she goes to the same cafe as you. Or maybe she just likes to walk around your desk space before she gets to hers. Have a think about it. Why would we do that? Well, she's basically advertising herself to say, hey, I'm available. Are you interested? Think about me, because I always think about you. She talks to you daily. If you have a girl that you see every single day and she's always talking to you and she's always trying to have upbeat conversations, it's because she thinks about you all the time. Like we said before, she's trying to always be in your close proximity to get the chance of you thinking, she's quite attractive. I'm going to date her. This one ties into the previous one. She's all over you on social media. She's constantly liking your images and she tags you with things such as saw this and thought of you, tags you in memes, tags you in cute pictures, whatever it may be. Have a think. Is she really starting to take up the notification space on your phone? Well, that's because she fancies you and she's constantly thinking about you when she is not around you. This one is my favourite, and this is personalised gifts, and I have done this to many people before. This could be she happens to just make you a cup of tea in the office when she has one without even asking you first. Or maybe she just gives you some tea bags that you were moaning about that everyone keeps stealing from the breakout room. Something very, very small shows that she has thought about you when she's not around you. Because let's face it, if someone goes into the break room and complains that all the non-caffeine coffee has disappeared, you wouldn't go out your way to buy them a little tub of non-caffeine coffee, right? But if someone fancies you and you moan about the non-caffeine coffee, I've said that a lot now, she will give you something to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. So keep that in mind. She remembers big dates or things that you did. If you happen to bump into her every now and then and she asks you, hey, how did that work project go? Or hey, has the dog settled in? Or how has the house move gone? If she remembers these big things, it's because she's actually thinking about you. A lot of us have conversations with work colleagues that we don't tend to be quite close with, and we kind of forget all those big things. Now, don't get this confused with people that are just nice, that just happen to remember things, but you will know. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure it out if you think, wow, she's remembered my birthday, she remembered the birthday party I went when it was my auntie's, and she also remembers how old my dog was. How strange. She goes out of her way to help you. Maybe she offers to take some workload off you, wants to do some studying with you, some way of helping you. Now, this is because, one, she always thinks about you when you're not together, and two, it's because she likes you. So if you happen to notice a girl that just happens to constantly appear out of nowhere and offers to help you out with something, well, take this as very good advice, my friend. And there you have it. I didn't promise anything woo-woo because, let's face it, we can't really tap into someone's brain. But these are some surefire signs that she thinks about you all of the time when you guys are not together. Let me know down in the comments if this video has made you think of a certain someone. And if you are now thinking, she's done this and she's done that and she's done this, I'm going to have a big chance of asking her out and for her to say yes. I hope you're having a fantastic day in your relationship. It is amazing. And remember, give us a huge thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. All the best to you.